Dr. Shark here, Shark Holistic Health. This is our findings series. Vagus nerve dysfunction. So, what is the vagus nerve? The vagus nerve is a cranial nerve, which means it's literally a part of the brain. So most of the nerves down here in your body come from your spinal cord, not your cranial nerves. They come directly out of the brain through a hole somewhere in your skull to innervate. Most of them innervate something in your head. The vagus nerve is really different and special. It is a part of your brain that comes all the way down through your entire torso and innervates your throat, your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm, all of the organs in your abdomen, right? And so this part of your brain is directly connected to all of these organs and regulates those organs' functions. Vagus nerve dysfunction might be experienced by digestive issues because all of your abdominal organs are affected by the vagus nerve. So you might have poor peristalsis, so slow movement through the gut. Constipation, for example, is a common sign of that slow movement. Or it can be even in the upper GI where food sits. Gastroparesis is a good example of that, where the food sits and it's unable to go down. Or you could have the other side, rapid stomach emptying, right? Where things are going too fast. Rapid stomach emptying and diarrhea, poor absorption because things are moving so quickly. So anything that relates to the way that the nerves regulate the movement of the gut can be vagus nerve related. One way we can tell it's vagus nerve and not just something else in the gut is that you look along the vagus pathway to look for other issues. So diaphragm problems, difficulty getting a deep breath, lung problems, right? Dysregulated breathing, especially while sleeping, heart problems, heart palpitations, anxiety. Which from a Chinese medicine perspective is heart related, right? Anxiety, palpitations, inward trembling. That's a feeling like you're kind of shaky inside, even though it doesn't show on the outside. Swallowing problems, pills getting stuck, but you haven't had a gastric surgery or anything like that, right? Certain foods not going down, or feeling like you just can't get yourself to swallow sometimes, right? Any of those things could be showing up as symptoms of vagus nerve dysfunction. What's really interesting about the vagus nerve, when I was in school, which was about 20 years ago now, we learned, as everyone did at the time, that the vagus nerve was basically a way that the brain delivered commands to the body. Right? So here's the brain, it's delivering commands to the body. It's basically there as a backup in case you break your neck, you'll still be alive because there are also spinal nerves that go to these organs. So that was the general theory at the time. Now there's been a lot more research, and what we found is that 70 to 80% of the vagus nerve goes from the organs up to the brain. So rather than the brain delivering information to the organs are delivering information to the brain. And so that is a real flip of what was thought before, and it really brings to the forefront the importance of things like what is going on in your gut, right? If there's gut dysbiosis, one of these signals, some of the signals that come up the vagus nerve are coming from your gut microbes, from the bacteria in your gut. And so when things are off in the gut, the signals that come up the vagus nerve are not good signals, right? And so this feedback loop, because that's what it is, it's a feedback loop between the brain and the gut, it gets disrupted in time, and then it doesn't function properly. And that's where you start to see the symptoms all the way down the vagus nerve pathway. And so the solution to this is, one, to treat the nervous system. So if there's inflammation in the nervous system, you have to treat that. Two is to treat the gut, right? Because so much of this is coming from the gut up. So we look at fixing the gut, bringing the inflammation down in the gut, balancing out the microbes in the gut. If we can do that, if we can bring down the inflammation in the nervous system, and then three, we exercise the vagus nerve. And so if we can work out the vagus nerve. If it's healthy enough to do a vagus nerve workout, that will help rehab it faster, as long as the inflammation is low enough to permit that.